Alright, so welcome back, guys, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 10. So if The Walking Dead is something you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That way you don't miss any more Walking Dead content from me moving forward. Now let's begin. The topic of today's video is whether or not Season 10 will be great. We got all these people saying that Season 9 is one of the best seasons. It's awesome. It's amazing. I'm going to have to disagree with everybody on that one. I liked Season 9 when it aired, but then going back and looking at it, it's not a great season. And I know people are going to say I must be crazy, I'm an idiot, all this stuff, because I get that all the time and I disagree with the majority. Now, the issue I have came from when I started watching this other YouTuber called Study the Craft, and he does screenwriting, so he knows a lot about this stuff. And he was talking in a bunch of his live streams about how Kang pretty much has been just copying what Gimple did for the Negan arc with the Whisperer arc. And if you look at the back half of Season 9, it was pretty much a copy of how Gimple did the first half of Season 7. So that kind of made me annoyed when looking back at Season 9. I mean, the first two episodes of the second half, or episode 8 and 9, are pretty much the same thing as the end of 616 and 701. They're pretty much the same. Then you got episode 2 and 10 are the exact same. You got a person being held prisoner, and you learn more about the kind of history of the villain. So that's episode 10. Then you got episode 11. Then you got episode 12, Bounty, which is the exact same story, beat for beat, of episode 4 of The Walking Dead Season 7. So I'm still just processing it all. Then you got the one choke point where you got them holding up in the little basement place or factory, and you got Beta coming and attacking them. Pretty much the same thing as Go-Getters. You got our people hauled up in the villain area, and then they end up being chased by the bad guy. Similar to what happened in episode 5, where you got Hilltop being invaded by the Walkers sent by Simon and his group. And then you got Guardians. And Guardians is just pretty much the same thing as Sing Me a Song. Just pretty much the exact same thing. You got our hero, you had Carl in that episode, Henry in this one, and they go in search of someone. Carl went to kill Negan, Henry went to go after Lydia. So pretty much same thing. It just gets me frustrated when I look back at this season. A lot of things are beat for beat the same, just same thing, just different skin. So I got annoyed. Now, going back to Rick's death, or supposed death, if you want to call it that. I at the time I liked it. Now looking back though, it's the exact same way how Fear wrote off Madison. You had both of these lead characters building up something that they saw as the future of their community. Madison had the stadium, and you had Rick building the bridge, which he saw as a way of connecting all the communities and bringing them all together for the future of the world. And then what happens? They both ended up in trouble due to antagonists. You had Rick with the Saviors, and then Madison with the Vultures. And in the end, they ended up being in a place where they had to destroy the thing that they were trying to build up. Madison had to burn down the stadium, and Rick had to blow up the bridge. So for that reason, it's not a great season for me. Then you got Scars, which I find to be an unnecessary episode. We could have just had Michonne explain what happened. We didn't need a whole episode dedicated to that stuff. And I find the finale to be one of the worst finales of The Walking Dead. It just really annoyed me. The only decent part was the stuff with Negan and Judith. All the rest, I just found boring and kind of annoying. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to nitpick here, but I just don't like what they did in season 9. I mean, the finale again, going back to that, what happened? It just felt like they could have wrapped that stuff up very quickly. It's like they didn't really need a whole episode to dedicate it. I know everybody loves it because we finally got snow, but it was one episode and it's just like, yeah, it happened. So going into season 10, I'm looking at this with not too optimistic things. Everybody's saying, oh, this is going to be great. They watched the trailer thinking, oh, we're getting the Whisperer War. We ain't getting the Whisperer War until the second half. If Kang is truly following Gimple, which it seems like she is, the Whisperer War isn't coming until the second half. And the Whisperers won't be gone until the mid-season finale of season 11. So I hate to break it to all you guys. That's how it's probably most likely going to be run down. I think that this first half is going to be a slow burn. And I think the trailer is kind of lying to people. Everybody's saying, oh, the trailer looks great. It's going to be a great season. Okay, it might be a great season. But you're going to have to deal with the filler, which is probably most likely going to be this first half. Which is why you hated Gimple. Now, if in my honest opinion, I think the only reason, at least for the most part, that people like Angela Kang, and I'm not speaking for everybody, so don't think I'm calling you out, but I think the majority of people who like Kang like her to what I call the Trump effect. People hated Obama, so pretty much anybody who would replace him would be great. So, looking at The Walking Dead, the majority of fans hated Gimple's guts, so whoever they replaced him with, they would see as better. They could have probably put a monkey in his place and they'd love it. They probably could have brought in Ian and Andrew from Fear, and people at the time would probably love it and think they're the greatest thing that ever happened to The Walking Dead. And I honestly believe that. I don't think Kang is that great. I find her to be unoriginal. A lot of what she's doing is copying Gimple and Shonda Rhimes, who she had studied under in her early years. So I'm looking at all this stuff. I'm looking at her history. She has not wrote the best episodes for The Walking Dead prior to becoming showrunner. She wrote Still, The Same Boat. A lot of the stuff she wrote was not some of the greatest episodes of The Walking Dead in the majority of fans' minds. So I'm looking at everything, her past, what she did in season 9, and I'm thinking, I'm looking at it and it's like, okay, I'm not too convinced that this is going to be a great season. I think that this is going to be an okay season, but I just feel like people are overhyping it and thinking it's going to be great, and in majority it's probably not, and I'm probably not going to change anybody's mind by what I'm saying, but I just thought I'd give my thoughts and opinions about it. I think season 9 kind of was mediocre. Season 10, hope it's good to great, but we'll have to wait and see. I know people have probably already seen the premiere, and I don't, even if the premiere is great, that doesn't mean anything. A great premiere could mean nothing. Look at season 7. People loved the premiere, but then hated the rest of the season. So, you can't judge based on the first episode. You can't judge on the trailer. But personally, I do not think season 10 is going to be like this awesome, amazing season that people are saying it's going to be. But that's just my thoughts and opinions. I know I'm probably going to be the minority here. But again, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And let me know what you think about season 9 and the upcoming season 10. So yeah, guys, those are my thoughts and opinions regarding season 10 being great. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That way to miss any more Walking Dead content from me moving forward. And you can go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which are linked in the About section of my YouTube channel. As always, I've been Vision here with Vine Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.